Hey guys, so today I have a little warm up or movement sequence that you can use at any time. If you're feeling stiff throughout the day from working at home and you just need a little break, this will be perfect. Or if you need a warm up before a workout, this could also work. All you're going to need is a mat. So let's go ahead and get started. I always like to start with some mobility. So let's start with our shoulders. Let's get one arm straight as possible next to the ear, as close as possible. Thumb pointing back. Press back as far as you can. And when you can't go any further, we're going to start to rotate that palm away from you and down as you bring this arm around as well. When you end up at the bottom, the pinky should face forward. Now let's reverse. Press back again as far as you can. And then when you can't go any further, start to rotate as you bring the arm back up. Let's go again. Press back and then rotate. So this whole time, we're trying to keep the arm as close to the midline as possible. Let's reverse. We're also trying to keep the shoulder down away from the ear, even through all this movement. If you start to find the shoulder wanting to lift, it just means you got a little tightness in between the shoulder and the neck somewhere, probably from sitting at a desk or carrying a purse or a backpack. And that's the last one on that side. Go ahead and shake it out. Let's go to the other side. Starting position, straight arm, get it as straight as you can, thumb pointing back, press back as far as you can. Now let's start to rotate and move it around. We're also trying to think about moving through some imaginary resistance. So just pretend like the air is really thick, moving through water, something like that. Just add your own resistance to really light up this shoulder joint. And reverse, keeping that arm nice and close to the midline, keeping that shoulder down away from the ear. Let's do one more on this side. And then reverse. And finish at the top. All right, go ahead and shake that out. Let's get the neck. So first, let's just bring the chin down to the chest. Now let's rotate, bring the ear over to one shoulder. Now go ahead and gently add your hand on top of your head. Give it a little gentle pull, and then tuck this other arm behind your back. That just kind of takes it into the shoulder a little bit more. And now let's take our gaze down towards the floor and just breathe. This is just a stretch. So we're not bouncing. We're not moving too much, just breathing, holding, and relaxing. And release. Let's go to the other side. So chin down to the chest, roll to one side, hand comes up on top. You have a little gentle pull. Other arm tucks behind. You'll immediately feel that go into the front of that shoulder. If you have any pain or tightness there, it doesn't feel good, you can just leave the arm next to the side. And then let's go ahead and take the gaze down towards the floor. This will get into the upper back, which is mostly where we're going to feel like we need some stretching because we're all looking down all the time at computers, at our phones. All right, let's go ahead and release that. And now let's just roll it out. So chin to chest. And let's just go side to side. You can go at your own pace. We don't want to go super fast, of course, but you can even slow it down, even slower than I'm going if you need to. If you need to spend some time in one spot more than another, you can do that as well. And then just bring the chin to the chest and roll it up. Okay, let's get into some chest stretches. If you have really tight shoulders, grab a strap or a towel or anything that you have nearby that can just extend your arms a little bit. Otherwise, we're clasping the hands behind the back, stretching up into the chest, look up, and then we're going to hinge all the way into a forward fold. Let the head relax, and then release the arms. Let them dangle down next to you. And then let's tuck the tailbone, bend the knees, take a nice slow roll up to standing. And let's go again. Hands behind the back. Reach up into the chest. Hinge, come forward. Hold here for a moment. And then release the arms. Let them dangle down. And then tuck the tailbone. Let's take a slow roll back up. And let's do one more. Hands come back. Reach up into the chest. Look up. And fold it forward. And then release the arms. Let's just hang here for a couple extra seconds. Really shake that head around. Loosen up your neck. And now let's roll it up. Tuck the tailbone, bend the knees, follow that tuck of the tailbone up through the rest of your spine, back up to standing. Okay, let's move on to the lower body. So we're going to start with some balancing moves. If you need something to hold on to, grab a chair or just get next to a wall. We're going to do some knee pulls. So you're going to pull this knee in, just give it a squeeze and switch. And same thing on the other side. And we're just going to kind of switch back and forth here. You can go at your own pace. If you're struggling a lot with balance, you don't need to be a superstar. We're not really working on balance so much right here as much as mobility. So just hold on to something. Eventually, your balance will get better. But I want you focused more on the pulling in of the knee than on balancing. Last one here. Now we're going to take this to a pigeon. So grab the knee, grab the ankle, pull, and release. Knee, ankle, pull. Now if you can't get all the way down to the ankle, just grab the shin. Do one of these. Just keep it a little bit lower. That's fine. Just like this. Mainly we just kind of want to tip our knee away from us so we're getting that glute muscle. And last one. And release. Now quads. So kick the foot up in the back. Find your balance or hold on to something. Stretch. And release. Other side. Sometimes I use this other hand to just mimic like I'm holding on to something. Sometimes that even helps. And switch. And if you want to take this a little farther, if you're not holding on to anything, reach with this arm so we get a nice long stretch across the body. Last time on this side. And release. Go ahead and shake it out. Okay, we're coming down to the floor for this next part. So this is why we need our mat. But you can use a towel, or if you have nice soft carpet, that's fine too. So we're going to come down to tabletop to start. Let's do a few cat-cows to get the spine nice and loosened up. So on an inhale, tip the tailbone, drop the belly, look up towards the sky. Exhale, round it out. Press your hands into the floor, tuck the tailbone. And again, inhale, look up. Exhale, round it out. Inhale, tip the tailbone, look up. Exhale, round it out. Last time, biggest inhale yet, look up. And then biggest exhale, round it out. And then just come back to neutral spine. Okay, let's add some twists. So go ahead and step your leg, one of your legs up next to your hands. Keep your opposite hand down, and we're going to take a twist with the arm closest to that leg. And hold here. Good stretch. Bring that hand back down. Put that leg back. Let's go to the other side. Step the other leg forward. Keep the opposite hand down. Reach up, twist. And breathe, of course. And now bring that hand down. If that worked for you just like that, keep it that level. But if you want to go up with the intensity a tad, let's tuck those back toes under, come up into a full lunge, and then take our twist. And now bring that hand down, step that foot back into plank. Other leg comes forward, twist. And bring that hand down. Let's do one more on each side, whatever variation you're working with. Let's just feel good. Let them feel good. Just breathe. Enjoy the twist. And last time, let's switch. And hand down, foot back to plank, and then just bring those knees down. Okay, from our tabletop position, let's get the outer glutes. We're going to do some fire hydrants. So one leg is going to come directly out to the side as high up as you can without tipping the hips to compensate. So I don't want opening like that. I want it nice and controlled. Hips stay down towards the floor. Just give it a little squeeze and then lower down. Squeeze. So you should feel it either in the front of the hip or right in the side of the hip, right in those outer glutes. Let's do a few more. 2 more. Lift. And last one. Perfect. Okay, let's go to the other side. Same thing. Just kind of feel it out at first. How high can you lift that leg without those hips shifting and tilting? Try to get the knee directly out from the hip. And keep the foot semi-flexed. It just helps to protect the knee. Let's do 2 more. Squeeze. And last one. And lower. And then just kind of sit it back into a child's pose. And let's just do a nice little gentle child's pose rock from side to side. You can have your knees as open as they need to be here. Okay, lift it back up. Flip it over. We're going to get the glutes a different way. So lay all the way onto your back. Line up your feet with your outer hips. Take a look. Make sure your knees are going nice and straight. And we're going to lift and lower. So just a couple count hold. Squeeze. So we don't want any arching of the low back. We want a nice flat back, and we just want to work with our hips and our femurs moving around in our hip sockets. So one thing I really think helps is thinking about pressing your feet into the floor as you do this. Another thing is if you want to have your hands on top even, and you can feel the hinge and the flattening of your hips. Anything that just kind of brings awareness to what you're doing will help. It's easy to just do these without intention, but it's so much better for you if you care. Last one here. And roll it down. Now just bring the knees up into the chest, grab hold, and just do a nice little side-to-side rock. This should feel really good on your low back. All right, let's do a little ab work next. So from our little tight ball here, we're going to explode out using our breath. So knees into chest, head is lifted, looking at your knees. Inhale here. Exhale. Shoot the legs and arms out. Inhale, bring everything back in. Exhale, shoot it out. Now keep moving with me, keep breathing as I talk about a few cues here. So right here, we want to be pulling the abs in. Use that exhale. Literally look at your abs and watch them pull in as you breathe. Second thing, we want a nice long neck. So even though we're getting a little strain there, it's fine. Just keep it long. And if it's just too much, just lower your head down and give it a nice little rock from side to side. Let's do 2 more. And of course, just lower your legs as much as you can while keeping your low back pressing into the floor, which is keeping everything nice and safe. All right, let's just do another little side to side rock. And now take your hands behind your knees and let's rock it up to a pike. So hands behind the knees to rock back, rock it up, make like an L, arms long, legs long. Let's do 2 more. And now let's just make our way up to standing. And let's just finish with a little 3-way lunge circuit. So alternating legs, we're going to go front, side, and back. We have enough room back there. Make sure you got enough room all the way around. And then we're going to do the other side. Front, side, and back. Again, back to that front leg. Front, side. So this leg stays straight. That outside leg bends for that lateral lunge. Last time here. And shake those legs out. All right, guys, let's just do a couple squats with some deep breaths. Take your feet wide. Inhale, squat it down. Reach up. Exhale. Lower the arms. And again, inhale. Reach up. Exhale. Lower down. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. And hope you feel like you just took a breath of fresh air. And I hope you carried this energy with you through the rest of the day. Hope that made you feel a little bit better if you were feeling stiff or tight or whatever. And I hope it benefited your workout if you're using it as a warm-up. So let me know if you have any questions, as always. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks again.